Hi there, this is Christy, and today I would like to share with you something that is potentially life-changing. Through this video, I want to set you on a path to living your dreams, to creating the change you want in your life, to having the freedom that you deserve. Basically, I want you to be able to live out your soul's higher purpose. And what you're going to hear today will be transformational. I have worked with over 25,000 clients one-on-one over the past 16 years, so please spend a few moments listening to it all the way to the end. My main goal today is to shift you with a new paradigm for how you see your relationship with wealth and abundance. All the ideas and stories and lessons I'm going to share with you are all designed to help you on this path. Let me start with a question. How would your life change if you woke up tomorrow morning and your annual income has suddenly become your monthly income? Think about that for a moment. What kind of house would you live in? Would you live in a penthouse in the downtown of the city? Or would you be in a quieter place surrounded by nature? Would you finally quit your job? Would you set up a business? Would you start donating to more causes that you truly believe in? Would you take exotic holidays and spend more quality time with yourself and your loved ones? Picture having all the money and freedom to living an abundant life. Imagine waking up every morning with this tingly, excited feeling as you get fresh ideas for work and you can explore amazing business opportunities. Now, if you're not there yet, if you don't already have the wealth and the freedom to live in your own terms, if you still don't have your dream job or your dream business or living in your ideal home, if you worry just a bit too much about the bills, mortgages, and even the economy, and if you still struggle to spend enough quality time with your loved ones, then there is a truth that you need to realize. The truth is, you are not alone. Just by listening to me on this video means that you've started to do the first step, and I applaud you for that. You've started to dream, imagine, and hope. And in the words of Marianne Williamson, our deepest fears are not that we are inadequate, or deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so other people won't feel insecure around you. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in every one. We, however, unconsciously give other people permission to do the same as we are liberating ourselves from our own fear. Our presence automatically liberates others. We give them permission to be liberated, to be free, to be happy. So thank you for taking this first step and starting to think bigger. And know this, money is a fuel. It's a tool. It is what we make of it. It is neither good nor bad, but when it is used abundantly, it is the main tool that can help you make your light shine and help you give back and help your fellow man. This is one of the topics of my upcoming webinars, but in the meantime, I want to tell you something very interesting. You see, money is one of those words that society brands with so much mixed emotion. Words like sex, God, money, as a word have been tainted with all this guilt and judgment and preconceived ideas, to the point that no matter who you are, what you do, where you came from, you, just like 99% of other people out there, are being subconsciously affected by a set of 24 hidden abundance blocks that force you to subconsciously reject wealth instead of attract it. And what I'm about to show you could spark a major turning point in your life and your abundance. This is something you're not going to hear from the average coach or guru. You're not going to read about it in the books or hear it in seminars. In fact, many successful people couldn't tell you about it because it is hidden in plain sight. If you don't know much about me yet, allow me to introduce myself. I'm an intuitive life coach, and I've worked with people for over 16 years, one-on-one, coaching them. And I've helped over 25,000 people personally. And I've helped them overcome their subconscious blocks. I've helped them get rid of these hidden, sneaky things that are in the way to them living an amazing life. And some of these people you would even know. They're high-profile politicians, they're business leaders, they're authors, they're entertainers, they're TV personalities. And I've helped tens of thousands more online and on the radio. And today, though, I'm going to focus on you. So let's begin. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and be really, really honest, okay? What comes to mind when you think about abundance and money? Do you visualize it as something that's easy to get? Or is it something that's kind of far off and hard? When you think of abundance and money, is it something that's annoying? Or is it something that makes you happy? Or do you have mixed messages? Do you see the pursuit of wealth as a struggle or something you've always had trouble with? You see, I see money as a tool. I see it as a tool that gives you the freedom to create your ideal life, whether it's to help others or whether it's just to help your children, your family, and maintain a good quality standard of living. Or maybe it's just a guarantee to yourself that, hey, I feel safe and secure. You know, everyone sees money this way. Some people call the love of money the root of all evil. Some people dislike rich people because they think they're greedy or selfish. Some people dislike money so much they choose not to have it. They think it's moral and right to not actually have money. Oftentimes, when I say this to clients, they shake their heads and they go, Christie, that's not me. I see the importance of money and the value that it can play in my family and my life. And you might even be thinking the same thing right now. But what most people don't realize is that deep inside us, on a subconscious and energetic level, many of us actually harbor negative connotations and weird energy about money. And I call these abundance blocks. After working with thousands of people, I got to look inside them, and what I realized is that we all have these 24 existing abundance blocks at some level. And one of the questions a lot of people ask me at this point is, well, where do these blocks come from? Well, let me just ask you this question. As a child, did you ever hear your parents maybe complaining about greedy, unethical people? Or maybe the government was out to get them and it didn't want them to have money? Or that the government was out to get them and the government just wanted all their money in the form of taxes? Or did you ever hear that line growing up that it's harder for a rich man to enter heaven than a camel to pass through the eye of a needle? Have you ever watched a movie or listened to a song or read an article that implied that money is the root of all evil? Maybe in high school you were told that if you wanted to work hard, that was the only key to success. And all of these things sound pretty insignificant, right? But silently, sneakily, they latch into your subconscious mind and they form abundance blocks within your reality. Abundance blocks come from your surroundings, your parents, your mentors, your friends, the media, the government, and you can surely feel their influence in your life. So maybe you've just settled. Maybe you just expected that these blocks and fears about money were normal because somewhere deep inside you, you related money to greed or evil. Maybe you spent too much time at work thinking that working all the time and breaking your back is the only path to success. And maybe you overlooked opportunities or were too afraid to invest, or maybe you second guessed yourself, and the list goes on and on and on of the ways that we sabotage ourselves because we have these hidden subconscious blocks. Now, I want you to understand, because this is really vitally important. Even having just one abundance block is enough to completely derail your life. For example, What if you have an abundance block that causes you to believe that hard work equals success? You might become the kind of person that works 60, 70, 80 hours a week. You come home late, and every night you miss countless precious moments with your family and your friends. And you might even feel a lot of stress about all this. And we all know that stress related diseases is one of the highest causes of problems in our body, and you end up in the hospital or whatever. But my point is, when left unchecked, one abundance block can ruin your life. It really can. I've witnessed it. And what I've found in my experience in working with over 25,000 people is that most of us have at least a dozen of these blocks affecting us at varying degrees. And I'm going to be telling you more about each of these blocks during the next couple of videos. But now let's look at the good news, okay? Here's the good news. With a little guidance, you can eliminate all of these abundance blocks. Once you know what the blocks are and you understand the process of how to heal them, they can be gone. We're going to discuss these abundance blocks during a webinar that I'm going to be hosting soon. And I'm going to actually guide you into an amazing exercise to heal some of your biggest blocks. And this is the same exercise I do with my one-on-one clients. And you're going to be doing this exercise with me and tens of thousands of other people. And it's going to be like this amazing effect where everyone takes their group energy and helps you clear some of your abundance blocks. The Maharishi effect, by the way, comes from a study that was done that shows you that when thousands of people meditate together, shift happens. You will indeed feel a shift as you begin doing these exercises with tens of thousands of people listening to the same words and participating live from all over the world. And another very important thing is happening at the same time. I don't just work on a subconscious level. I know that working on the deeper levels of human consciousness, some might call this the soul level or the superconscious level, I know it's going to have profound effects and help you. And the reason for this is that even if you know an abundance block logically is affecting you and you make an effort to stop the behavior associated with it, we have all witnessed that we will have an unconscious energetic frequency or a subconscious thought pattern that always keeps pulling us back to the default state. And I want to help you eliminate that so you quit sabotaging your life. I like the analogy of it's kind of like a car that's been going around and around in circles, and you keep ending back up at square one doing the same thing with the same limiting beliefs and patterns. And that's the key. The key to liberating yourself from your blocks is to go to the source of these subconscious blocks, take them apart using a personal energetic abundance frequency that I'm going to teach you. And that's where I come in because I've helped tens of thousands of people do this. And using my unique ability to be intuitive and tap into energy, I'm going to help tap into your energetic field, and I'm going to help you access your abundance frequency and help you systematically start removing the blockages that are holding you back. And I do this with large amounts of people in group healings all the time. I'm guiding you to find that exact file folder, all right, that has that abundance block in it. And it's like we're taking that file folder out and we're shredding it, okay? But some might call this a group healing. But rather than healing a physical element, we're basically healing a rotten belief. And this is one of the reasons people attend my events. If you saw my Facebook page blow up when we do these events, and it's because it's liberating, it's exhilarating, it's fun, it's life-changing. And I get so many Facebook comments back from people thinking, oh my gosh, my life is different and cool things just happened to me the very next day. So how does it work? I know this may be new to you, but when I'm with a client, I basically am using my spiritual sight and I'm scanning a client's energy field and I start balancing it. I see where it's kind of out of balance. I can see at what age they got a certain belief and what that belief was and where it went into their reality field. And then I start adding a higher energetic abundant frequency, and with the client, we start eliminating it. Okay, we start balancing it. It's like we create this mold of a perfect template that's already liberated from the specific abundance block that we're working on, and we put it in that person's reality field, they accept it, and voila, it's effortlessly deleted. And then we further kind of enhance it by injecting in all the positive beliefs and attributes about abundance and wealth and money. And we project it back into the client, and the result is an instant energetic transformation. And the client just had to receive it. And there's scientific studies that have shown that people can energetically pick up on thoughts and feelings of those around them. So we can do this live on a webinar, and the technique works on individuals, it works in groups. In fact, this is what people experience firsthand during the group energy clearings. I personally have thousands of my students turn their lives around just by working with me to overcome their abundance blocks. And I'm going to give you an example. I had a client from New York, and let's just call her Nancy. Nancy was stuck in a job that she hated, and she spent years working for this one company, and finally grew the courage to quit it. But guess what? Within months, she ended up in another abusive job. And this is all because she hadn't worked on herself on an energetic level. She attracted the same exact vibration that was in her reality. She hadn't shifted her abundance frequency. She took the right steps, but she still attracted the same kind of energy. You know, the second job was even worse than the first. Her married male boss started hitting on her, just like in the first job, okay, the same exact scenario, and she was more miserable than ever before. So she finally decided to come to me, and I worked with Nancy to help her uncover the abundance blocks that were sabotaging her. And she discovered some shocking things about herself, and it pretty much boiled down to her father's absence when she was a child. She didn't have male support. She never imprinted that positive energy field of male energy supporting her. So we put that frequency within Nancy, and Nancy finally experienced a complete energetic shift. And she had so many revelations, seriously, about herself and about how all this energy stuff works and about how her subconscious blocks were really kind of not her fault in a way. She imprinted them as a kid, and now she had some tools so she could create positive change not only in this part of her life but in all parts, right? And she broke away from the pattern, and now I'm so in love with Nancy. She's actually now coaching people just like me, and she's doing it because she's like, Christy, you helped me so much. I want to help people so that they don't have to live the way I was living. I don't want that for people. I want to help them. Now, I'm running out of time here, but I'd like you to manifest a similar success story for yourself. And so I can't recommend enough that I think you should attend the upcoming webinar that I'm going to be hosting. On it, you're going to learn all you need to know about abundance blocks, and you're going to experience a live energetic clearing session that can help you identify and get rid of your own blocks. All the information is below, so check it out now. It's going to be an exciting journey together, and I wish you peace and many, many blessings. I'm going to see you in the session. All right, ciao for now.